Hello everyone, do you want to play with OKW with heavy focus on support weapons? And are you tired of infantry spam? Well, look no further because today I'll show you how to open with OKW with focus on machine gun and light gear support. And we are opening with Volks Grenadiers. We are playing as OKW, we are playing against United States and we are playing against the British. Our teammate happens to be also a OKW player. We'll be quickly capping this village so nobody can steal it from us, and we'll be moving somewhere else. As soon as our Volks are ready, we'll be making a supply half track and we'll be dropping ourselves a hospital. I will be a bit late with buying that, yeah, but it doesn't really matter. We'll be leaving our Volks in this house and we'll be wandering into the middle, especially that the US is also doing that. And we will be helping fight both him and the British to our teammate. We will try to spray these engineers as much as possible to melt them away. And I come to conclusion that if he's here, therefore he's probably not there, so we'll be pushing towards his cutoff and punishing him for that, for not committing his men to defending his territories. And he is a defensive player, take a note of that. So yeah, our hospital is being dropped, and as soon as it's dropped, we'll be starting to make more units. One thing that you have to be really aware of while doing that, you have only 3 infantry units. Your opponent will probably have more. Most people, you can see that the red has 4, the purple also has 3, but oh well, happens. And you can see that the yellow player is doing the standard 3 volks thing. So yeah, we'll be trying. Unfortunately, we didn't wipe these guys. That's a shame, and we'll be continuing to defend this cutoff from getting back. We are in a red cover, so we will lose that fight. We'll still try to buy as much time as possible. Our hospital is dropped, and as soon as it goes down, we are buying heavy machine gun, and we'll be buying light gear for the money we saved on not buying the 3rd Volk unit. And these guys have to back off, and they will be just in time for the support weapons to arrive. So yeah, the machine gun is almost out. Then we'll be just buying some field medics, just so we can heal our guys. They are really badly wounded. And my teammate is doing his shenanigans here. It seems that he's doing fairly well, especially that the British didn't went heavy with infantry, but he did also want to do the same thing. He's adding an officer and the engineers. Allegia is soon to arrive. We're slowly consolidating our forces. We have this machine gun here, and we'll be defending as much as we can with it. We will be trying to prevent this ammo from being retaken. I doubt the US expects us to have a machine gun this early on. He's trying to use a volley fire on me, and I'll back off. I unfortunately lose one guy, but oh well, can't save everybody. We'll be holding the door for this house with our pioneers, and I'll quickly heal these guys, or maybe not. Oh, the medics are up. Here, my machine gun pins this Echelon. My enemy realizes that there is machine gun there, and he will try to outflank us. We are getting my guys ready. These guys, it turns out they didn't have time to heal because they do have to now hold this fuel. I'm moving my machine gun since its position was revealed, and will be dropping it behind these logs there. Fortunately, my teammate is fairly aware of what's happening and he goes to help me. He's not really willing to push this machine gun position. And we'll be gunning down these guys. My machine gun pins this lieutenant and some of this British infantry that tried to push us from there. And our Legia is already here providing support. We will be making a second one soon. Trying to gun these guys down. MG sets up now, and it's just a matter of how many models we can drop, and it seems that the answer is 1. And there is British infantry there, and I don't really want to pick up a fight with them. These guys are fairly low, so we'll just back off, and this guy will fight from higher ground. and we'll be replenishing our guys. And yeah, my teammate manages to get back this cutoff. I do cancel that second leg, yeah, and I'll actually make a Raketen because he has a lieutenant, so he might go for a quick M20 utility car or Steward. So we don't want to get caught with our pens down. So yeah, we're making a Raketen first, and we will just have to play around with just one lane gear for now. It did even help dropping few shells on that guy's there. Westerners, it seems that they want to push. There is a buffos here dropped by the British, and as soon as my teammate finds it, he will ask for my lane gear to be used to support him. And I refuse because this buffers only defends these two neutral objectives and this victory point, and it will be much better to attack here with where the cutoff is, the resource points are. So yeah, they do throw the smoke here, and yeah, we will not go for that buffles. It's really so much better to stay committed here, especially that the British cannot just pick it up and target all the way here. So I'm happy that he has paid for the unit that will not participate in the fight here. I will be relocating my machine gun there since they did smoke that house previously. Nobody tries to take that house from me, so I will take it back with my volks. These Pio are not glued into the wall, and we'll have to back them off. We have a machine gun in the back, we have some more volks coming from the middle. We have our lane gear here. It seems that for a moment I did try to give some support against that machine gun, if I recall. And yeah, our machine gun will pin all of these guys. They really are very flimsy with their assault, and you saw this really juicy lane gear shot with that guy. And we are almost having a second one out. We have our Raket, and we really are covered from every angle and every situation. We will try to gun down this Echelon squad, and this second lane gear is coming. Oops, sorry about that. We'll be moving these guys to the back. I don't really want to support any shenanigans there. And we do manage to kill off that Echelon squad. There is the last guy from the team lying there. We'll be providing some support against that engineers. They do run away quickly. And we are mounting our offensive. And from now on, you have... this build is pretty much complete. You have your AT gun, you have your artillery pieces, you have your machine gun, you have some of your infantry here and there, and you have 3 command points. And from now on, you can just easily transition into, like, let's say you want to add 2 Fallschirm Jagers, or maybe you want to go for a Jager infantry recon squad, or maybe you want to just buy yourself supply half-track and make Schwerer Panzer and go for Obersoldatens with infrared assault rifles, or maybe without of them. It's up to you. So really, if you want to heavy focus on infantry with not spending much fuel, this is the way to go. And yeah, it really works in maps like Kharkov, where there is just like a corridor map, and people tend to just block it off with defenses and machine guns. And yeah, with this you can contest that really easily. I really like what they did to OKW. It used to be much stronger in previous patches, but they did have to nerf it because it was unfair. And now you can go with some more flexible builds. Rushing hospitals early on is really good. Not sure do I like the mechanized company as much, but it's still there and you can play with it. And we will be locking in Scavenge Doctrine just so we can make that early Ostwind and going for that instead. And yeah, we'll be trying to gun these guys down. The red player doesn't go for any mid-game things, he goes straight for the Sherman tank. He's making a major, and I'm not sure is that a good decision from him, because look how big advantage we have in units, and soon we will have an Ostwind, so it really can go downhill for him, and these guys will disappear. Yeah, good job, Relic. And we will be making that Ostwind, since in this patch it doesn't require Panzer authorization, and now, previously it was really not worth it, because you would just go for the Panzer IV. But now Austrian comes so much quicker that rushing it really does make sense. We are fighting here, but we have the artillery advantage. They don't have anything supporting their infantry actually, so yeah, no wonder that we are winning with them. They do drop this red flag there, there is machine gun there. As soon as we realize that it's there, we will be taking all our leg gear and shelling that thing. And my teammate is also pushing with his Puma. This 50 cal tries to load in armor-piercing rounds, but we will just quickly overrun him and wipe him. There we go. And I'll be stealing that as soon as possible. Like, I'm all for the support weapons this game. So yeah, we're stealing that. This major will pay with his life for dropping this artillery on us. And yeah, the red player is really in trouble. Losing that MG makes his situation so much worse, and he will just go for the cheapest tank he has, and in this case it's M10, and he will afford it in 15 fuel. So yeah, and we are making our Austrian quicker even. My teammate does throw in his guys there, and they will be killed. And yeah, LAG will be shelling this blob, and I will eventually move that 50 cal to support my guys there. We will be gunning them down as much as we can. There is second wave of our infantry, and we do have that artillery advantage. We have that MG34 covering our artillery pieces. I will start aiming for that in British infantry, and there is even a Shtukatsu Fus from my teammate, and it does hit that lieutenant really well. I can't say good job, but it is behind our back, I guess. I don't really like going for Shtukatsu Fus so early. It's a huge commitment of fuel, and it's really risky. One good cavalry charge into it and we lose that. So yeah, our Austrian is here supporting us. The US player is buying his M10, but it's so little so late. We are already ending that game. We have so much stuff. We only have 4 infantry, but we have 2 machine guns, 2 artillery pieces, and an anti-tank rocket launcher, where the red player doesn't have anything. He has just 1 bazooka, 1 flamer, and soon he will have M10. The British are stuck with the SimCity and they cannot relocate it, and yeah, that's a problem. And we are moving our Legies here, so we will start dealing with that. This flank, I assume, is already won. We do get a hit with a grenade there, but I doubt the US can push us out of here, so we'll start working on these guys. I'm also sending my MG34 here to help defend that Legies, and yeah, we are starting to shell this Bofors, and we are fairly outranging his mortar pit, so yeah, he won't be troubling us. There is this M10 going for us, but we have our Raketen at the ready here in the back, so we'll be shooting him. And we do make a second Raketen just to have some extra firepower against tanks. I expect the British to buy, for example, a Firefly or something stupid any second now. So I'm having my 80 to the max. Like, Austrian is useless against tanks, so yeah. It seems our Legia did drop a few shells on that machine guns. I assume that's because the Bofors braced for a moment there, and the Legias are even still barraging. I'm having a bulletin to... whoops. I'm having a bulletin to... oh, here you can see it, actually. I'm having the bulletin so the Legia barrages are recharging 25% faster, so we can just keep going on that guy forever. We have our 50 cal in the back. This Raketen is being sprayed at, but it's nothing really threatening. He tries to disable it so he can use his M10, but yeah, we have so much in the area that it will not help him. This Bofors is soon to go down. I see that the British are pushing here, trying to get rid of my Bofors, so I'm actively relocating my machine gun. Now it's here, And we do get 105 barrages at the ready, and we have actually plenty of munitions to play around with. We'll be gunning down this lieutenant. We have our Austrian behind to help us a bit. And yeah, he will manage to toss a grenade in my face, but he pays dearly for that. We'll be replenishing our infantry and sending it back. My Legia is, I think, it did finish up the Bofors already, and the British leaves as they realize how bad the situation is. US player will try to fight on, but soon he will give up. He tries to be a bit pushy with that things. The yellow player will finish off this SimCity here, and yeah, not much happening. He tries to, the red player tries to contain the situation here, but it's so lost. There is no point. Here are some grenades. I'm having my Raketten relocated. The Austrian is helping. I did make the second one to just have so much more in the anti-infantry department. This Raketten, I'm not Raketten, Stuka zu Fuß shoots, the red player spots it, tries to follow up on that, but he only suicides his M10, and this is the end of this game. And let's take a look on the final score. Almost 100 kills to 35 losses. Yellow player was doing fairly well actually. His stats don't reflect that, but he was really helpful. And we can see that US was mostly dying to my artillery fire. The purple was just sending this 2-3 infantry units to help out, but his SimCity doomed him. Here are my units. Seems that the Volks did all the legwork. 10 abilities used, I doubt that, but maybe the grenade assault infiltration thing counts as 1 grenade, 1 ability, so maybe that inflated the final score. But yeah, that was how to pull up infantry support with OKW. Don't make the third Volks, rush a hospital, pocket the difference, and buy yourself some Legia and machine gun. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching, and see you next time. Cheers.